While it's really great to talk about something in theory, it is quite another to actually do them. Since I've actually done both of those haircuts on myself and I've had pretty decent results from both, I figured I would share with you guys some of the similarities and differences that I personally noticed between the unicorn haircut versus the pigtails haircut on curly hair. If you're teetering on the edge and you're not really sure which DIY curly haircut to go with first, hopefully this will help you to make a decision as to what you think will be the right haircut for you. The unicorn haircut is where you gather all your hair in a ponytail towards the front and you place it right here as if it is a unicorn horn and then you cut all your hair in one go. The pigtail haircut is like it sounds. You just split your hair in half into 2 pigtails and then you cut each side one at a time. There are 3 things that I really wanted to cover when it came to these haircuts. These 3 things are probably the most important differentiating factors. The first thing is shape. The second thing is evenness of haircuts. The third thing is curl compatibility. Let's just hop into some of the similarities that I feel like I found with these haircuts. Both haircuts are done on wet hair, which is actually a good thing because it will ensure that your hair is in general pretty even. The layering can be more or less dramatic depending on where you put your ponytail and also where you put your pigtails. For the unicorn cuts, the closer you put the ponytail to the front of your head or towards your hairline, the more dramatic the layers are going to be from front to back. And when you turn to the side, that's how you'll see the layers. You definitely won't really see it from the front. For the pigtail cut, the higher you place the pigtails towards the crown of your head, the more dramatic the layers are going to be. The lower you place the pigtails on your head, the less dramatic and more subtle the layers are going to be. You're gonna see more of a rounder shape from the front, from top to bottom. Both of the DIY haircuts are not good for big chops or cutting off a lot of length, and the reason why is because your hair is wet. They're really designed just to shape and layer the hair rather than cutting a good chunk of hair. If you want to cut a really large chunk of hair or you want to go really short, make sure that you do that part dry so that you get a very good idea of the amount that you're actually cutting off, and then you could follow up and go through with a pigtail cut or a unicorn cut to get some shape and layers into your curls. Both DIY haircuts require a dry cut as soon as you finish, and all the reason why is because neither of them are as thorough as if you were to go in smaller sections. All of your hair is gathered either to the front or all of your hair is either gathered into 2 parts. Of course, you're bound to miss a spot. If you're like myself where you have a lot of different curls and some are curlier than others and some are way looser than others, then you definitely are gonna have to go in with a dry cut to help even everything out. In my experience, I've had to do this with both haircuts, so yeah. Now on to the major differences, which I think are the most important when it comes to the deciding factor. With the unicorn cuts, it creates a very defined V shape and it's pretty dramatic looking. It's a very sharp V. And when you do the pigtail cuts, it is a very round U shape. It will give you more layers that you see, like I mentioned earlier, from the front. If you're looking for a dramatic V shape with your curls, then the unicorn cut is the one for you. If you are looking for a softer, more rounder shape, then the pigtail haircut would be a better fit. Let's talk about curl compatibility because this is a big factor into deciding whether you want to do the pigtail cuts or whether you want to do the unicorn haircut. I have noticed that with the unicorn haircuts, when your curls are not uniform and you have different curls, smaller curls, bigger curls, all on the same head, the unicorn haircut is not very well suited to that. It will give you a little bit more choppier results. I definitely had more success with the pigtail haircut because of the diversity of curls in my own head. It's a lot easier for me to do it side by side and section off certain sections that I know need to be cut a little bit differently. But if you have a more uniform hair pattern or a uniform curls, then the unicorn haircut can work for you. I don't think one is good or bad. It really just depends on whether you want a V shape or U shape. That's the most important thing, especially for curly hair. Shape is everything. The way the layers go are everything. The last haircut that I did was a pigtail haircut. I'm going to link those videos in the description box so you guys can compare and contrast how I went through the whole process and how I did the haircut on my curly hair. Okay, my loves, hopefully you have a much better idea as to what haircut will suit you better. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more videos. As always, I'm wishing you all the love, light, and good vibes, and I'll see you in the next one. Both of them are done. Both of them are done. Frizz-free curls can be really easy to have when you know these do's and don'ts. And I've been using 𝐌𝐸 gel for around 7 years, and I've definitely used it the wrong way. I want to help you guys avoid doing that, and maybe for some of you who believe that 𝐷𝐸 gel just does not agree with your hair, try out these tips and let me know if there's any shift in how you feel about it and your results. Do not be tempted to use it in your hair if it smells a little funky. Trust me, I've been there where I was desperate. I didn't have nothing else to use and I was just like, oh, maybe if I do a little. Don't do it.